see. All right, good morning, guys. Today is Thursday, October 5th. As usual, doing analysis for US 30, gold and EU. So I'm looking for a gold sell based off of, let me first leave it on the 1 minute. But anyway, looking at the daily bars for US 30 bearish, daily bars for gold still bearish. Wait, let me see. I think the microphone changed. Just 1 second. What's going on? Okay, so the microphone is back to this. Daily bars for gold bearish, EU bearish, US dollar bullish. Now there's this gold. Let me see if I have time to go. Yeah, I have time. Let me see how this candle closes because I'm looking for a live 1 minute SAR sell. Okay, I have time to demo this. The reason I'm looking for this trade, let me make sure it doesn't close below there. Let's see. Okay, it didn't close below, so I think I have time. So I'll just extend those lines. So US 30, no double SARs on the hourly. Gold, we have this break and continuation. So this is a possible break and continuation sell for gold in the next 20 minutes. If this closes below here, possible break and continuation sell in the direction of daily bias. So there's this one. If it closes below here, if this hourly closes this way, this would be a sell on gold. So let me see, is gold dropping or not? There's that one entry I'm waiting for. No, still not yet there. So that's on, this is on the hourly time frame for gold. On the 4 hour, do we have something? No, we do not. We do not. And that's on the hourly time frame. EU nothing, US 30 nothing on the 4 hour or 1 hour. So then if we go down on a wait. I'm trying to sell. I don't want to miss this entry. The entry is on the 30 minute or 15 minute, but I want to make sure it doesn't. Okay, I still have time. Okay. So US 30, 15 minute, 30 minute, nothing in here. And 30 minute, nothing, 15 minute, nothing as well. Gold. Okay, yeah, I want gold to retrace back up. 30 minutes. Let me show you guys the trade I'm looking for. So the trade already validated. So there was a break and continuation entry on the 30 minute. I'm sorry, there was a test and rejection. This is the test rejection. So this is one trade right here. I doubt the stop loss with a 30 pip stop loss, it would have allowed you to have a, it actually would, because you see, we had this triple sell SAR. So this was the test candle, the rejection candle. The entry would have been here, but again, for me, this is not a trade I would have taken because my stop loss would have literally been at the SARs, but the trade would have gone into full TP. The trade I'm looking for right here on the 15-minute time frame, we had this break and continuation. So break of this double sell SAR and then continuation. So the entry would have been here. This was the validation candle. But of course, this is not a trade even for me I would have taken because gold had a major drop and my stop loss, if you're using a 30 pip stop loss, you could have gotten stopped out. So this is why I'm waiting. So the trade already validated. So where the trade currently is right now, I'm waiting for a 1 minute entry. So a 1 minute break and continuation. So that's why I do not want to miss that, but that's what I'm looking for here. So on the 1 minute, I'm looking for a live SAR. So I need 2 consecutive candles to close below a live sell SAR. So I think this is the only trade we'll get for today. So if gold wants to keep pumping up, the better. But this is what I'm looking for right here. So I'm still expecting gold to go to 1800. And if it breaks 1800, we are headed further down. Because yesterday we got stopped out on that trade during the live session. So this drop that happened this morning, this is what I was expecting yesterday. But yesterday you can see they faked us out and then came back down. But I did send like a trade idea later on that even for me personally, I entered. So normally if you take a loss with me during the live session or in a trade I send in the Discord, most of the times I won't send another official trade because I don't want you guys to risk anything more than 1% or 1.5% for the day. So as much as the trades I take, I'm using a risk of 0.75. If you lose 2 trades, that's at about 1.5. And I don't know if you've traded during the day. So that's the key thing about learning the strategy, and then you can apply it by your own. But if you take a loss with me, most of the times I won't send another official trade. But personally, for me, it doesn't mean that I won't keep trading. And if I keep trading, I literally keep trading with the same strategies that I go over. So US 30, nothing for US 30 here. So I think gold is the only trade we are going to get. So it's either, this is EU, this is a possible test. We have a triple sell SAR there. So test candle, we would need the next candle, which would be the rejection candle. So the only trade I see is either this 1 minute entry on gold or this hourly entry on gold as well. So we'll just wait for those. Trying to see if we had any breakout today for US 30, but I don't see anything. And I think markets may slow down because tomorrow is CPI. So if I open this, no, is it CPI? I'm sorry, NFP. Which one? Yeah, I think it's NFP. Yeah, tomorrow is NFP. So markets should ideally, the liquidity should die down later on during the day. At 8:30 news. Yeah, I think liquidity is just going to die down in the market. So even for this gold trade, may have a probability of getting faked out, but let's see. So there's that live SAR. So I would need 2 consecutive candles to close below this 1 minute. So keep in mind this entry validated on the 15-minute, and then wait for that retracement and then look for a live SAR entry on the 1 minute. So again, I'm hoping it doesn't get too extended or too overextended like yesterday. But I do see us touching 1800 today. So yesterday I did mention we're possibly going to touch 1800. It was either yesterday or probably today. So it might be today. So let me see how if this candle closes below this live SAR, I will take that sell. Let me start marking it up. We have 30 seconds. 30 pips, stop loss, 60 pips, TP. I'm just hoping it doesn't flash down the last few seconds. So you can also wait for that hourly entry if you do not want to enter on this 1 minute entry. And this one I'll be risking 0.75 as well. So I am in that trade right now. So I got in at a better entry. I think there's a lag with TradingView, but I am currently in the trade and there is some slippage on this thing. So we'll see how that goes. So this is that 15-minute entry. So this entry is this. So it's this break and continuation here. So keep in mind, there's an hourly entry if you don't want to enter on the 1 minute entry I just entered. So there's this pending 1 hour entry right here. So you can wait for the hourly entry or you can enter on that 1 minute entry that I just entered. But the trade is this. Okay, so that's that one. I was looking at this US 30. I was hoping it gets like a breakout sell, but there's nothing there. So just as yesterday, I won't take the EU one because I'm already in that gold sell. But this is test and rejection entry for EU. So I will, if this current 15-minute candle closes below this zone. So this is a triple sell SAR. This current 15-minute candle closes anywhere below that zone, that would be a test and rejection entry for EU. 25 pips stop loss, 50 pips TP. But I will not take the EU trade. I'm already in the gold sell, this gold sell. So I won't be taking EU. So nothing, unfortunately, for US 30, even on the 1 hour time frame. So if you're still waiting, if you have not entered the 1 minute, or if you didn't enter the 1 minute gold entry with me, there's this hourly entry. This is a break. So you can see this candle broke and closed below this double sell SAR. This is the continuation candle. So if this hourly candle closes in the next 6 minutes, closes below this double sell SAR zone, that is an entry also on the 1 hour time frame. So there's also that entry for gold. So we'll see where they close it in the next 6 minutes. So what else? I was hoping to get a sell entry on GJ as well, but yes, TJPY. This is a possible entry for UJ as well. But only if this daily candle closes below 55. So I know
GG good.
Hmm?
GG look good on the 30 and 15 minute sell
For
entry.
what the
Yeah.
SARs.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see. GJ. I'll use this chart. So I know that hourly candle on gold is about to close. Wow. $30. I don't like how gold is pumping up. I mean, if I get stopped out on this 1 minute, I'll probably enter on the hourly. But if the way it's pumping up, it might invalidate this hourly. But I don't want to get faked out on this 1 minute entry. Anyway, let me go back to GJ. So GJ has this. You said 15 minutes?
30 and 15.
So for this, just depending on the chart or broker you're using, there's that zone. But anyway, I would have to wait for like 1 hour or something. I'm looking at gold. I really don't want to get faked out on this gold trade again. Yeah, but this 15-minute time frame, there's this double sell SAR. There's a test and rejection. I want to see that previous GJ high. That's what I'm concerned about while looking at GJ, even on the daily. Let's see what this would be. All right, how many more minutes? 3 more minutes till that hourly candle of gold. I don't want to miss. So I think this is like a 25 pip stop. Yeah, this is like 25 pips, 50 pips, TP. And that's pretty small for GJ. Oh, do you want a stop loss above the previous high? 600. 30, so maybe a 50 pip TP. Unless they push back gold down, that hourly entry might be invalidated. So it would be a 50 pip stop loss. So 1 more minute. So they can wick this out and fake out on that 1 minute entry and then drop it back below. So if they wick out and I get stopped out on the 1 minute entry that we are in, and this candle closes below this hourly time frame, I will enter again with 0 point, but I really don't want it to get to the point of getting faked out. So I want it to come down the way it's coming down. So I'm watching this. So I know I'm on the 1 minute time frame. My stop loss is somewhere above this candle. So I'm really hoping they don't wick out and then close back below in this 19 seconds. So this is what I'm really watching here. Let me do something here. I will scale in a small position on this hourly entry. No, let's see. It closed above. So the 1 hour entry invalidated. Let's see where they closed it. Nope, it's actually valid. They closed it below that sell SAR. So I jumped into a position here. So let's see. That one wouldn't count as an official trade. That was just me, but that was that hourly entry. So the only position that the official trade is that 1 minute trade that's right here. So this is the trade we are in. So I'm hoping we get more volume to come down. So this is perfect. I'm just hoping they keep with that selling momentum there. So this trade is still in for me. I didn't get wicked out. Oh, yo, dude, I survived getting stopped out by like 0.1 pips. I don't know about you guys, but literally. So I'm still in the original 1 minute entry that I took. And then I scaled in a little bit on this hourly entry right here. And for me, a little bit might not mean like a small lot size. Because I'm trying to avoid that getting stopped out or getting faked out. So like literally. So I don't know if anybody got stop hunted on that 1 minute entry. But I'm in the 1 minute entry. I'm also in this hourly entry. All right, where were we? GJ. What do I want to do with this GJ? For this GJ, GJ is just playing. And given that tomorrow is NFP, they might just consolidate the market between today and tomorrow. I don't think I'll enter the GJ entry, the GJ trade. The best time to have taken GJ was at that top. So similar to the GBP NZD trade that I'd sent way back, where we caught GBP NZD at the top on the daily time frame. The best place to have caught GJ was around the same time. So if I do this, and I do this, remove the extension. So gold is dropping. That's pretty good. And then there should be sells. Turn off the buys, come to the sells. This was the best time to have caught GJ at this sell signal right here. But so normally on the daily, compared to GBP and ZD, I would like a sell signal that closes below a sell SAR. But anyway, this was the best time to have caught GJ. But let me show you guys an actual trade that I sent so that it doesn't seem like I'm making up trades in hindsight. So I had sent out this GBP NZD trade on this sell signal. So the beauty of this trade was that there was a sell signal at that high, and also we had a sell SAR right here. Now, this daily candle, it actually closed below that sell SAR. So that's when I had sent the GJ sell. I think it was what, 350 pips stop loss, and 700 pips. I'm sorry, yeah, 350 pips stop loss, 700 pips TP, and we held this trade for like 2 weeks or something. So this is an actual trade that we took. So when I'm looking at FX pairs, some of this slower moving FX pairs like GBP, GJ, GN, I normally try and the best entry is like when you get this sell or buy signal, depending on what your bias is, and then it lines up with the closure of an SAR zone. So that is ideally a nice entry. So that's what I would have wanted for GJ, but unfortunately here for GJ, when it fired that sell at the very top, the SAR was a bit far down. So instead, the entry could have been either using that sell signal, but if you wanted a closure below this zone, you could have waited for a daily candle to close below. So this was the next best entry for GJ. So given that tomorrow's NFP, I don't think I'll enter that GJ trade. So I'm still in this gold sell on the 1 minute. I didn't get faked out. Hopefully you guys did not as well. I am almost at break. So the trade is coming back to entry, which is right here. I'm in this hourly trade as well. Now this one I actually hopped in with like, what did I risk? I risked 1.5% for this trade. So if both of my trades win, I'll be up like 4.5% for the day. So I don't know if anybody caught this hourly trade as well. I marked it up for you guys beforehand. I know the hourly trade for me, I'm not going to count it as an official trade, even though it wins. It's almost at a 1:1. I'm only going to count the result of the 1 minute trade. So for me, I didn't get stopped out on the 1 minute trade. So if gold comes back up and reverses and stops me out, because right now it's at entry on the 1 minute trade that I took with you guys, I'll count that as a loss. But right now I'm still in profit. I'm at break even for the 1 minute trade. I'm most at a 1:1 for this. So if you guys entered this gold sell on the hourly time frame, when we get to 1:1 risk to reward, and I did mention that I'm scaling in right here during the live call. So if we do get to this zone, and I'm hoping they don't do us how they did us yesterday, we missed 1:1 by like 0.2 pips and the trade reversed back up. But if that trade touches that zone, go ahead and set break even if you entered this gold sell here. So we go ahead and set break even for this 1 minute entry here for wait, give me 1 second. For this 1 minute entry, it's at entry. So hopefully you guys did not get stopped out. Like I can show you guys my MT4. Let me show you guys my MT4 right here, because literally it came man, it's like they've been trying to fake us. Set break even for it's almost at a 1:1. Give me 1 second. I want to show you guys this. Stop share. Let me share this snapshot of my MT4. Share screen. Snipping tool. So you guys can see, if you guys can see this, right? These are my positions. So you see, I came so close to being faked out. So, I mean, our stop loss was good even on the 1 minute, but look at that. They almost faked me out, but slippage was on my side this time. So they didn't get me. So, but you see how it touched my stop loss, but they didn't take me out. So this is the 1 minute entry, right? Because it was down here. So you can see the 1 minute entry. I risked 0.75. Right now I'm at like 200, $300 profit. This other one, this is the one, the 10 lot is the one I scaled in. My bad. 10 lot is the one I entered during the hourly candle. I said I was jumping in, but of course, I'm not going to count it. Even though it hits TP for me, I'm not going to count it as a win because I didn't tell you guys. So remember, for me, official trades, I normally say I'm jumping into this trade 0.75% risk, using 30 pips TP, 30 pips stop loss. I did not say that on the hourly trade, but I say that on the 1 minute trade. The key thing is that I don't want you guys, because when I was trading, the reason I do that, when I was trading, following people on the live session or on their live sessions, sometimes I would over leverage, right? So I don't really want you guys to over leverage. I would rather you guys to take like a 0.75% loss like yesterday, knowing that our win rate is good and we would be able to recover going forward. So if you're on the hourly trade, go ahead and set break even. My hourly trade, this one is at break even because it's already achieved a 1 risk to reward. And in hindsight, something I would look back at to improve this trade, I would have rather waited for us to enter on the 1 minute time frame. So remember, the higher the time frame entry you have, the more the strategy will be respected. So the idea here, wait, move stop loss to break even. The idea here is that on an hourly candle, hourly and 4-hour candles, excuse me, the candles don't move so much against the what is it called? The strategy. So, or let me put it this way, an hourly double SAR is much stronger than a 1 minute, than a 5 minute, than a 15 minute, than a 30 minute double SAR. So for them to fake out an hourly double SAR, especially when your entry is this close, you see, for me, this is an A+ setup for me, because that entry, you see where they closed it during the last few seconds, literally right below there. So that is what you want. That is what I call an A+ setup. So that is what you want. So this zone for me, the buyers did not have enough pressure or enough buying power to manipulate or to fake people out here. Compare that to the 1 minute, and you guys saw what happened to the 1 minute here, right? Because the 1 minute trade, and I'm still in this trade, the 1 minute trade. So for me, oh, actually it didn't. Oh, yeah, it actually didn't hit stop loss on the 1 minute. Oh, I know. I was about to say, because if you do a markup on the 1 minute and then shift to the 15-minute time frame, the trade might look like it hit stop loss or something. So it actually did not, even on the 1 minute. So this was the 1 minute entry, right? So I said was waiting for, so came up, said I was waiting for those 2 candle closures below a live SAR. So this was like that live sell SAR right here. And for this entry, we entered on that particular candle. So it came all the way up here. So you can see how it came to almost being manipulated or faked out. But if I move this chart to the 15-minute, so the 15-minute assumes that you entered that trade at the very bottom. But you can see, since we entered on the one, that's why I was like, there's no way we got stopped out on that. So you can see the trade on the 1 minute, it doesn't show any stop outs. So I'm hoping I don't get taken out at break even at the trade I'm in with like a 1.5%, because I really want to make another 3% today or 6%. So we'll see. I might scale out of this hourly entry just a little bit, since I jumped in with just to secure some profits for myself. So, because I'm already in 2 positions and I don't want to leave money on the table. Oh, my bad. You know what? Never mind. My hourly entry is all the way up here. So, looking at the chart, I was thinking it's the 1 minute entry. Okay, that's fine then. So let me know if you guys have any questions. But I'm hoping gold to keep flashing down. What just happened? Wait, give me a second. I got taken out. Oh, I set the wrong trade at break even. I set the 1 minute trade at break even. God. I set the 1 minute trade as the break even trade and the hourly trade as the. So I got taken out at break even for this trade. I'm looking to re-enter it. So I actually mistakenly set the move stop loss to break even for the 1 minute trade. And so this is another reason why I don't like entering too many trades at once. So I'm going to re-enter this 1 minute trade so that I'm in the same trade with you guys. Let me reduce this risk so that I don't hop in with like, and guess what? This is the one time that gold is not going to come back up to tap me in for that entry. But if you guys have any questions, feel free. But I will re-enter it if it comes back up. Let's see what's going on the 5 minute entry. Okay, so 5 minutes or 5 minute time frame. 5 minute just formed a live SAR right there. But for that, you would need 2 consecutive 5 minute candle closures. I'm trying to re-enter this 1 minute position. I don't know if it's going to give me that chance. But the hourly is running pretty nice. So I'm still in the hourly trade. So I'm still in this trade. I literally had no drawdown on this trade. This trade, it's at break even. So I actually just set it now. I'm trying to re-enter this gold trade on the 1 minute time frame. But if you guys are already in it, do not re-enter. The reason I'm re-entering is because I mistakenly set the 1 minute trade as a break-even trade and not the hourly trade. So I just want to get back in the original position that I was in. Okay, so I am back in it. So yeah, today, some red flags for today is tomorrow's NFP. Normally the days before like NFP or CPI, you normally expect a lot of manipulation in the market, a lot of fake outs in the market. So I would say this, a piece of advice to you guys, if you are in the hourly trade, and the 1 minute trade, you should be up in profit, already. So I would say maybe take that profit and wait for tomorrow or Monday. Because what may happen is, or at least if you're in both of these trades, make sure that if the 1 minute trade, quote unquote, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen, if the 1 minute trade hits stop loss, you don't lose money. So right now the hourly trade is at break even. So make sure you're in a position where maybe you're securing some profits on the hourly trade if you did take it, such that if the 1 minute trade were to hit stop loss, you wouldn't be at a loss for the day, if that makes sense. So just do that. If you're like in 2 positions, like right now for me, I'm up 1,600 in both positions. The 1 minute entry, I just re-entered it. It's at like minus $200. The 1 hour trade is at positive 1,600. So you just have to do the math such that you're not leaving money on the table and knowing that you can get manipulated between today and tomorrow. So just do that math. Or if you're like me, you just write it out. So just make sure you know both or everything that could happen. So US 30, unfortunately, we haven't been getting trades for US 30, but once we do get them, That will be good. So tomorrow during NFP, tomorrow might be the day this two instruments, so US 30 and gold, form a daily live SAR. So tomorrow might be the time when they reverse back up, and gold is coming back up. So that's why I'm telling you guys, if you were in both positions, make sure you don't leave money on the table. Yeah. So tomorrow, if they pump up US 30 or gold, tomorrow might be the day we get a live buy SAR, and maybe next week my bias will shift from bearish to bullish, and I have to step away, or I have to end the live session soon because I have something else I forgot I needed to attend to. But anyway, tomorrow during that NFP, they might form that daily live buy SAR, and maybe next week my bias will shift from bearish to bullish, or tomorrow is when they continue the flash down. So this is what's more than likely to happen. If they if they are meant to drop prices tomorrow during NFP, they would be taking price up today. So if EU is supposed to, or if gold and US 30 are supposed to drop tomorrow during NFP, guess what? Today they would be pushing price up in order to trap both buyers and sellers. So like they would push price up so that buyers are like, okay, maybe US 30 or gold is going to recover tomorrow. So buyers accumulate buy positions. And guess what? Tomorrow, before NFP or overnight during Asia, they start dropping price a little bit, and sellers are like, okay, maybe price is going to flash during this period. So what happens during NFP, they wick price in both directions, and then they stop out both the buyers and both the sellers, and then they drop price. But the key thing here, observe how gold acts between now and I would say 1 a.m. Friday morning. If gold keeps trending, more than likely gold will drop during NFP. So yeah, so for these trades, personally, let me see what happens here. So the 1 minute is still valid. So the 1 minute is here. I might get taken out at break even on the hourly entry, but I'm hoping not to, but we'll see. But I have to step away in another 5 minutes, but let's see what happens on this hourly entry. Okay, so I got stopped out at break even for the hourly entry. But I'm still in this 1 minute entry. But you can see this momentum that they have driving up. So I'm hoping you guys secured some for the hourly entry if you did enter. For me, the reason I'm holding is that I know how to re-enter. And normally how I trade when I'm not on the live session might be different from how I trade when I'm on the live session with you guys. So that's why I was telling you guys, make sure you're securing some, especially if you see price retracing with this huge momentum right here. But for me, even though I got stopped out and I was like, I was at 3K profit for this trade because I was risking 1.5%. So I know how I can re-enter this particular trade, but the 1 minute trade might get stopped out as well. But we will see. So if it gets stopped out, so now is when I need to start thinking what's next, right? So I already know tomorrow's NFP. So I want to start looking at the zones, the static, those sell SAR zones right here. I need to start looking at them. So here on the 30 minute, the next zone we have is right up here. So it's another test and rejection. So another entry we can get on gold might be another test and rejection entry. Excuse me. But that's on the 30 minutes. So you would need gold to retrace all the way up here and give you like a test and rejection entry up there. So, but if we go back to the 15-minute time frame, price is currently where it was for the entry we just entered. So there's this SAR zone right there. But what else do we have? We have this zone that's down here. So yesterday I told you guys, deal with one zone at a time. Don't try and combine two zones at the same time. So take this zone, ask yourself, is there an entry that has been given by this zone? So one entry I can see that has been given by this zone, just this zone by itself. This candle, what did this candle do? It broke and closed below this double SAR. Okay, so that's a break candle. What did this candle do? It continued. So this is a break and continuation entry. Now, of course, this is not a trade. If you guys know how I trade, as much as the trade was valid, with my 30 pip stop loss on gold, this is not a trade I would have taken because the stop loss is literally like 100% of the SARs I'm trading. So actually, there's still another live entry that validated in the last 15 minutes. And right now, you can still look for another 1 minute entry for this one. So let's assume we get stopped out on the 1 minute trade that I'm in. Guess what I'll do? I know there's a trade that's already valid. So you know what I'll do? I'll go to the 1 minute time frame and look for the same 1 minute entry we just entered, like the same setup. So which is what I did yesterday. When we got stopped out, I came back to the charts and asked myself, what other zones are there? So I find a break and continuation or a test and rejection. And then I go and find out, because right now I still have like an 80% probability that gold is going to drop. The only red flag maybe is that NFP tomorrow. So if I have that amount of probability, because the work of the SARs is to tell you with a high probability, gold or US 30 is going to buy or is going to sell. Your work is to then find an entry either on the 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 minute, etc. So assuming, and I'm hoping we don't get stopped out, assuming we get stopped out on the 1 minute time frame, I would come back here. So I've already identified that this zone has offered a break and continuation, but because the entry was all the way down here, and you can see for this entry, you could have gotten stopped out. But because the entry was all the way down here, I would wait for the for gold up here. And then guess what? I would go down to the 1 minute time frame and look for the same thing that we had entered. So I go down, I don't extend my SARs on the 1 minute. And then I would look, so we already have a live SAR forming. So guess what? I would wait for a sell down here. And so for me personally, and gold is coming back down, I might re-enter the trade I got stopped out on the hourly time frame. This trade, I might actually re-enter it here, down here. So, and that's going to be after the live session. I might re-enter gold right here just to pick up my hourly entry. But assuming we had gotten stopped out of this 1 minute entry, this is now what I would be looking at. So that's my, logic. If you guys know that. So what other entry are we getting? So I just told you guys there was that break and continuation. Okay, I'm done with that SAR level. This level right here is also a double SAR. I don't want to extend it again, but it's also a double SAR. What entry is this level giving you? The continuation candle, same thing that we just went over in the beginning of the live session. The continuation candle of the previous SAR zone above it is now a break candle of this SAR zone. So this is the importance of just deal with one SAR at a time. Don't try and mix them together. So you already dealt with that one, with the first one, and you identified where your entry would have been on the 1 minute. Then you come down to this next SAR. You ask yourself, what entry is now this SAR showing? Here, I realized that the continuation candle of the previous setup is now the break candle of this new zone. Perfect. So what is that telling me? This might be a continuation candle. So this might also be an entry if this 15-minute candle in the next 3 minutes closes below this zone. That is a sell entry for break and continuation of this sell SAR zone down here. And I'm pretty sure if this 15-minute candle closes below here, if you go down to the 1 minute, you'll also find the entry of the zone that was above it. So here you have 2 entries for gold. You just have to decide which one you'll take or which one you won't. But if you are on the 1 minute time frame entry with me, similar to what I have, do not try and scale in unless you know what you're doing. Personally, I will just to get back the entry I had on the hourly, but don't try and get in like 2 or 3 positions if you don't know how to manage them. If you do, well and good. But just make sure you're using proper risk management. Unless there's a quick question from anyone, I will catch you guys tomorrow. But if we get stopped out on this trade, I've already told you guys my options. I will wait for that 15-minute entry on that bottom SAR, or another 1-minute entry right here. Again, it's not going to be an official trade, but that's a trade idea. So I'll probably send it in the trade idea group. The idea here is that I don't want you guys to, because if you take a loss, just take a loss and then wait for the next setup. But I just don't want you guys to be either over trading or over leveraging. Also here for these 2 trades, when the hourly was in profit, I told you guys how you could have exited with profit. But unless there's any last questions, I will catch you guys tomorrow as well. If any questions come up, feel free to post them in the Discord and we can address them in there. All right. Bye, guys.